Alrighty, the purpose of this video is to learn about graphing lines. We've been talking about linear relationships. We know that all linear relationships can have an equation of the form y equals mx plus b. And this equation here in front of us is written in this way. So we know therefore that our b value is going to be -4. So what that means is that our y-intercept, since our b value is -4, we know that our y-intercept is going to be 0, -4. So we know that our line will hit the y-axis at -4. So right here at this location. Now, the next thing we need to know is what is our slope? So our slope is equal to 2 in this case. But more specifically, it's equal to 2 divided by 1. And the reason why we like to use it as 2, make it into a fraction, 2 divided by 1, is because we've been talking about slope for all this time as change in y divided by change in x. Slope is always a comparison between y and x. So even though we have a whole number 2 here, we really are comparing a change in y of 2 to a change in x of 1. So therefore, when we know how much y is changing in comparison to x, we can graph our next point. So we've also used the words rise and run, meaning how much is y changing vertically versus how much is x changing, running side to side. So the change here is up 2 and right 1. Up 2 and right 1. Up 2 and right 1. So we are getting more ordered pairs that are on our line. And eventually, we can go ahead and we can connect those dots. And these points will form a line. Now, the best way to do that would be to lay down a ruler or use a line tool. But I just this is a sketch of a graph. And these ordered pairs would all be on the line. This ordered pair here is 3, 2. And it is a point on my line. All right, next, on to a different one here. Again, same idea. We've got a y equals mx plus b. So our b value is equal to 8. Okay, b is equal to 8, which means that the point 0, 8 is an ordered pair on my graph. So I'm going to start up here at -8. Now my slope in this case is -2/5. And I'm going to write it in a specific way. I'm going to write it as -2 divided by 5. I'm going to bring that negative to the top of my fraction. And we talked about in the previous example that slope is always change in y divided by change in x. This time, my change in y is negative. So this line is going to be coming down. So for every 2 my line comes down, it goes to the right 5. So down 2 and right 5, put a point. Down 2 and right 5, and put a point. Now I can connect these 3 points, and we have a line. I did that to the best of my ability. And again here, we would have the point at 5, 6 is on our line. So these points are points on our line.